Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Boss Mac. I'm back to gaming.com, and for today's video I'm going to show you our preview and first impressions of the ASUS ROG GX501B Zephyrus. And boy, I'm really excited to talk about this thing. Basically, this is the slimmest gaming notebook on the planet right now, and we'll talk about that in a little bit because we're going to check out the packaging first. So let me just take this out of the picture. And so here we have the packaging for the ASUS ROG Zephyrus, and it's basically like a simple box with the ROG logo on top. And I don't know, that's the premium feel that most of premium items have, like you've seen Jordans. Anyways, so opening this up, obviously we took out the laptop, so I'm just gonna put this out of the way. So it's just a space where the Zephyrus resides. So this is a demo unit, so I'm not sure if it does include a sleeve during shipment, so we'll confirm that. Anyways, we have a compartment for the power brick. For those that want to see the power brick, there you go. This is a 230 watt power brick. It's the standard size from some of the units from ASUS. So there you go, right there. That is your power brick, only one of them. And over at this area we have the accessory envelope, which you get the a sticker sheet, the documentation, a warranty card, and a manual, G series manual, and that is pretty much it for the accessory. So let's take a closer look at this sticker. So this, like the same ones that you get from the latest generation of motherboards, so it's not as large as the one from the Maximus Hero or the Rampage, I mean the ROG Strix X299, but it's definitely a larger sheet than the ones you get from the earlier releases. So this is really a good addition, like for the really big fans of ROG. So let's put that in there. I've been told that there's a toolkit that is included with this set, but like I've said, this is a marketing sample, so it's not included here. I've been told it was taken out by customs during during boarding on the plane. I'm not sure. I've had experiences with those, so that is plausible. Anyways, going back, you do get a gaming mouse with the Zephyrus, and it is a ROG Strix Impact that we'll take a look at right here. And yes, I do think it comes in RGB just for this lighting only, and this is a really good addition. Yeah, so it says so right there. It is the ROG Strix Impact gaming mouse. Alright, so just put that aside. And last up we have this, and this is a wrist rest. So basically, those that you that care about ergonomics, I'm just gonna show you something special. So I'm gonna keep this close, so when we bring back the notebook, you're gonna see how that works. So I'm just gonna put this aside and we'll go back to the Zephyrus. So, and here we have the wrist rest, this laying with the ROG Zephyrus. So before we open this up, I was actually under the impression that these are magnetized, because I'm gonna show you right here, these edges are magnetized. So yeah, right there. So I was under the impression that this thing is also magnetic, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So anyways, that is the wrist rest included with the ROG Zephyrus. And now we will proceed to the notebook itself, and I'm not sure that you would appreciate the actual thinness of this laptop by just looking at this video. I can show you comparisons just to show you for scale how thin this is. So let's get a coin in there. So here we have a 1 peso coin. As you can see, it's just a bit, it's just a hair shorter, thinner than that coin. And this is a 1 I mean a 25 centavo coin. And it's right about the same size actually, so you can see right there. And that's actually a good thing for me because I travel rather frequently, but we'll talk about that later. So anyways, this is the ASUS ROG Zephyrus GX501V, and it does come in two variants. Right now we have a GTX 1070 version and a GTX 1080 version. This one is the GTX 1080 version. It is the GX501VIK, and both models will come with 24GB of RAM, DDR4 2400 I think. Both will have Intel Core i7-7700HQ, and both will have, I mean, options of either a 1TB or a 512GB SSD. Both are capable of NVMe, so we get really decent speeds. Well, like incredible speeds, because like the one with the 1TB one, I'm thinking it's in RAID 0. This one I think, no, this one I know is 1TB, so I'm thinking it's 512GB times 2. So there we have there goes the specs. So let's take a look at the aesthetics for this one. So this is a brushed metal surface with some like a little bit of tooling work right there. So brushed side goes down here and sideways towards the logo, and this logo is mirror finish, so you can see right there the reflection of my shelf over there. So moving right along, we have the fan grills over at the side. So these are the main exhausts for this notebook. So over at this side we have two USB 3.0 ports I think, and a Thunderbolt port over at this side. So those are your IOs. Over at this area we have a Kensington lock notch over at this end, and over at this side we have the HDMI port, two more USB ports, and a unified audio port right here, and also the DC jack also for the charger. And these are intake, and I'm gonna show you later the cool feature of this notebook. So moving right along, let's open this up. So there you have design. So for those familiar, actually with the MSI GT83, GT80 Titan, they already did this type of layout. So what ASUS is going for here is just they shifted all of the components over at this end, so more airflow is introduced to the components. So they shifted the keyboards towards the lower end of the notebook body. So here you have the keyboard right here, and the touchpad is also variable, so you get a sort of digital touchpad over here that doubles as a your average touchpad, and it's really nice to use. You'd get used to it. I'm still I'm still getting accustomed to the layout of the keyboard, because the shift key is rather, I mean, short at this end, but yeah, you'll get accustomed to that. What's really neat about this is, I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is a soft touch treatment, but there are actually perforations right here, so it really gets hard. So you get a shot of those, but there are perforations over at this end that serves as intake for the airflow of this notebook, which yeah, this opens up. If you've seen the promo videos for this notebook, yeah, ASUS designed this so that this opens up the lower shell of the Zephyrus, allowing more air to go through, and basically just improving cooling. So that's basically it for the aesthetics. And oh, one other neat design is, as you can see right there, the mirror finish logo is glowing red, and it's like dotted. So yeah, there you go. So pardon the reflections of my snacks. Anyways, so yeah, there you go. So nice Republic of Gamers print over at this side, and that is pretty much it in terms of looks. So let's talk more about the application of the notebook itself. So first off, what is NVIDIA Max-Q design. So let's call a spade a spade. It's still a GTX 1080, but what NVIDIA did was they introduced some, I'm not sure if it's driver level, but what they did, they introduced some changes that made these Max-Q design GPUs operate at a much lower frequency, and like depending on the the design of the manufacturer themselves, like ASUS or the other brands, depending on them, like the noise threshold is also different. So what NVIDIA is trying to do here is just introduce a more not efficient, the term is not efficient, it's more of a portable but powerful design, so that their GPUs will be more friendly to portable design. So that is what basically from what I understand is what Max-Q is. So a lot of people will go online and just say, hey, it's a GTX 1080M, hey, it's a GTX 1070M. So that's basically what they are, and I kind of agree with them. But technically, specs like the cores themselves, the CUDA cores, and those things, like the frequency, are heavily reduced. So that's the major difference that some people will notice. But the CUDA core count is not reduced, unlike the 1080M. It's not, from before, the 980M is not equivalent to the 980 desktop. But later they did introduce the 980 mobile version, which is the counterpart for the desktop 980, and that's what they did with the notebook. They did not release mobile version, but maybe along the way they wanted to introduce hey, we can get these things to run more efficiently, to run better on slimmer form factors without sacrificing noise, without sacrificing portability, because a lot of the high-end notebooks right now in the market, they are rather thick. You've seen the GX 800, you've seen the GT83 Titan, you've seen the Predator 21X, those things are huge. And this one is what is the missing link. This is what's missing from all the notebooks right now, and that is portability. You want that performance in a notebook that you can bring around, and this is definitely it. This is something that has been missing in the notebook game for so long, and I'm really glad that NVIDIA, along with ASUS, has come up with a design that is really friendly to those that are mobile, to those that are working on the road every day and still want a game on a high level. It's got a 120 Hz IPS screen that is really good, a lot of memories, you can get a lot of work done, and you can throw any game at it and it would play like what you'd expect from a notebook. Of course, there are sacrifices, and I mean a lot. So I will detail those in our full review. First off, this is just a preview. So my first impressions, it's really portable. It's super light. So I don't know if you guys, it's really hard to convey, but yeah, this is how light it is. I'm not even like putting a lot of effort. That's it. So two fingers. That's how light it is. So there you go. So it's really hard to convince people to appreciate this laptop, and I really understand that. ASUS is really putting a premium on their ROG Zephyrus, and for $3,000, that's a lot of money for something that would probably be around 70% the performance of its desktop counterpart. But what they don't get is the portability, which you really don't get in that form factor. And a lot of people would go online saying, I could build an ITX system for half the price. Yeah, you could do that, but you can't bring it in the same places that you could with this one. And that's really what's special about the Zephyrus. Maybe we'd see some more improvements along the way when the next series of GPUs come out, But right now, like the GX 800 and the GX 700 before it, this one is revolutionizing the game. So if you're after absolute portability and you want the performance with it, the ROG Zephyrus is the way to go. 1070 is still a good option if you're trying to save up, and but I really want to go with the 1080. Like personal preference, I'm going to 1080. So yeah, this has been your boy Boss Mac of BackToGaming.com. If you want to see more videos like this one, don't forget to like the video, comment the video, and subscribe. Peace.